UPS Jack knocked on the door. This is so excited. New gear to unbox. Let's start the video. Hi guys, welcome back. I think it is about 3 years ago now that I switched from a sleeping bag to a quilt. My main reason for doing that is that I was always struggling with my sleeping bags. I am quite a restless sleeper, so to say. I toss and turn a lot. So I was always stuck in my sleeping bag. And also comes to the fact that Ravi, when he is getting cold, which happens very easily, likes to tuck in with me under my sleeping bag, quilt, blanket, whatever I have with me on that time. And that was just not working with a sleeping bag. So I started my search, like I said, about 3 years ago, and up on the internet I stumbled along on quilts, backpacking quilts, and I did some research on YouTube, and that looked really good, and I was really curious to know more about that. And those 3 years ago I bought my first quilt. That was the Enlightened Equipment Revelation quilt, and my god, that was a game changer. The room you have under that one, you are never tangled again, and you are never stuck waking up with completely tied up in your sleeping bag. You can just easily toss and turn around with no problems at all. Ravi can come under my quilt without any problems at all. So that was absolutely a game changer. So if you are ever having trouble with your sleeping bag, having a fight with it, waking up in the middle of the night several times because you're just too restricted in it, then I would highly recommend to try out a backpacking quilt. And over the last 3 years I absolutely fell in love with it. My Enlightened Equipment quilt is a regular white, and I chose for that with some specific reasons. First of all, I have a white sleeping pad because Ravi likes to join me, and I think the regular sizes or the mummy sizes, they are too cramped, so I like to have some space as well while sleeping. So I got a regular white, and yeah, like I said, a game changer, and Ravi loves it as well. We can snugly be under the quilt together without any problems. We're not bothering each other, and I can make sure that Ravi isn't cold. And the quilt that I have is a 10-degree quilt, so that's Fahrenheit. In Celsius that is about -12. And it turned out over the last few years that it was okay to use throughout the whole year, but in summertime it got a little bit warm at night, especially when Ravi's joining me underneath of it. They are a sort of a little heater by themselves. So yeah, it turned out that it was a little bit too warm. So as soon as I got my new job, I started saving up for a new quilt, and that went pretty quickly. I ordered it before I got my first paycheck, so I knew that money was ahead, and I ordered a new one. This is a 30-degree Fahrenheit quilt, which is about a -1. But this is a different brand. It is not an Enlightened Equipment brand, and I will tell you why. The first reason is the temperature rating, and when you're doing a bit of research on the internet, it turns out that, for example, Enlightened Equipment, the temperature indication that they are giving is more of a limit indication. And so the -12 degrees Celsius or 10-degree Fahrenheit quilt, that should be a limit temperature, and that'll be fine for most of the time of the year. But like I said, a bit warm in summer, although it is a limit temperature. So I started searching for a brand that has comfort temperature ratings. And if you are not familiar with those, you have comfort ratings and limit ratings, so to say. And comfort rating is a temperature rating that as a female you stay comfortable within those temperature ranges when you are in your sleeping bag in just a base layer. No extra layers or anything. Some people say even just your underwear, but I always say just your base layer, because sleeping on a sleeping pad in just your underwear, in my opinion, isn't comfortable. So that is the limit of the comfort rating. And when you go to a limit rating, that is a temperature rating. You will survive, but you will be far from comfortable. So if you are on the search for a sleeping bag or a backpacking quilt, always keep an eye on the comfort temperature and make sure that you the brand that you are going to offer also uses the comfort temperature. That was the first reason that I decided to switch brands. And the second one is that a backpacking quilt, it's expensive. I'm not going to lie about that. And if I am buying a product that costs me so much money, I want a product that I absolutely love in how it looks when you have the possibility to custom it. And with backpacking quilts, a lot of companies offer a customizable quilt. So does Enlightened Equipment. The one that I have was just a standard one that I bought 3 years ago in Europe, and then you cannot customize them. But now I went for a customizable one, and it wouldn't be a surprise, I think, that if I say that I would prefer colors pink and purple. And Lighted Equipment, they took the pink one out of the assortment because they say that it was bleeding with when it came in contact with DEET, and therefore they did not offer it anymore in their quilts and their jackets. And I asked them, well, can you make an exception because I am never using DEET, so I will not have the problem of the fabric bleeding. But they didn't want to help me out, so I continued my search and I came up on the brand of UGQ. It's not a totally new brand for me. About, I think it was last year or the year before, I bought a dog quilt from UGQ for Ravi. They do not make it anymore in the meantime, but there I knew this brand from, and I started looking on their website and I instantly fell in love with the possibilities over there. So had to wait for around 5 weeks. They stated it to 4 to 5 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks lead time because everything is made custom. After 4 weeks I got the message that my quilt was in the making and it would take about 1 to 2 weeks before it got ready. We are now 1.5 weeks further, so let's say 10 days. UPS surprised me because it was stated for delivery on Monday. It's now Friday, so that was a nice surprise to receive at the door about 5 minutes ago. I literally grabbed my camera straight away because I wanted to do this unboxing live together with you, or live, at least on video. So I've rambled enough, I think. Let's open it. It's always a bit tricky to open these boxes because they always say do not use blades to open. But they always tape it. Then always the question is, well, how am I going to open it then? So I always try to only cut open the sides and then see if I can get a grip on the tape and open it this way. There we go. Oh, there. It's in the back. I can't see it yet. Let's see what's in there. Well, here it is. The quilt itself. Let's see what else is in here. Oh, they say the same here as like Lighted Equipment did with the chemicals like DEET is, because DEET is obviously a chemical. They say that be very careful with chemicals because they have received customer complaints of single or double small holes being chemically burnt in the fabric. So yeah, it's good that they make a notice of that one, but yeah, I do not worry about that because, like I said, no DEET for me. Let's get away with the box. Here I've got a little extra pouch. It has the pad straps and a sticker, which I always like. It's in a nice Ziploc bag, so I'm going to open it carefully because this zipper pouch I can definitely reuse because it's quite a firm one. So the sticker, UGQ Outdoor, and indeed the 2 pad straps. But that is obviously not the most important thing in here. That's this one. Packages of quilts, the pack size I always love because they are packed so much smaller than a sleeping bag does. So that's also a plus for in your backpack. It takes up a little less space, and if you even put it in a compression sack, Ravi thinks something has arrived for him. It has, but that will be in another video. What was I saying? Oh yeah, when you put it in a compression sack or something and you really compress it down, it takes up absolutely no space in the bottom of your pack. It has a little tag on it, UGQ as well. Your order was handmade by Christian, Alyssa, Tony and Philip. So thank you all guys for creating this probably wonderful product for me. Let's check it out. I see something poking out already, a little bit of purple, because UGQ does offer pink and purple. So let's open it. This is a very, very promising. I already love it. Love those unboxing things. Well, little loop here. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's static. I can feel it on my hair. This one is cool. Oh, wow. I hope that the camera picks it up. It's really nice purple. And then the inside. As pink can be. There's little clips that you attach to your pad straps. Oh, this is really, really cool in regards to colors. I love it. And I chose for the same option for the foot box as I did with my Revelation quilt. I opted for the zippered foot box with a drawstring at the bottom. And why do I choose that? Because you can also have closed foot boxes, but I prefer in summertime to completely open my backpacking quilt and use it as a blanket, because we are not having really bad conditions here in summer. So then you can completely open it and then you can use it as a blanket to wrap around you or something. You can open it up and I will show you. It also has a draw cord here on the neck, so when your head's poking through, we'll show it like this, you can cinch it up and then the warmth stays inside of the quilt. Look, and that's why I like it so much, because then I have a blanket. I can include Ravi in the blanket. I don't know if you can see him, but he's here. And that's why I preferred a zippered foot box. So, oh, I love it. It's a great one. It says 30 degrees Fahrenheit, which is a -1. And I can already feel it. This one is going to be warm enough. Yes. Must say that I absolutely love the printing possibilities that they have. You pay a little bit more for that, but for example, a lighted equipment only has, how do you call it? Just plain colors, so to say. And in case you don't know how a backpacking quilt works, so you got those pad straps and you put them around your sleeping pad. Then you clip those clips to your quilt. They attach, let's see where they are. I think, where are they? Here they are. You can clip those together and then you have it around your sleeping pad, so to say. I will blend in a photo on how you attach it to your pad, so then you have an idea of it. And when it is attached to it, you can easily tuck this under you, so you still have an enclosed something around you without having drafts going under it, but you do not have the back part, because that is with a quilt, the back part is missing. It's actually the same as a sleeping bag, only without the back part. And why is that? Well, when you are laying on the back part of your sleeping bag, it doesn't insulate, so it's practically useless material that you are carrying with you. It usually has a large zipper which weighs a little, and you're carrying unnecessary fabric. So therefore a backpacking quilt is really nice. Therefore it means that you do lay straight on your or directly on your sleeping pad. Some people do not like that, so maybe you would like to take a cover for your pad. But if it isn't a problem for you, I do not bother at all. Then this is absolutely a great solution. So yeah, this is my new backpacking quilt. First looks, I love it. And I think I'm going to use it with a lot of joy. I already know that I love backpacking quilts, so I do not have any doubts about this one. So the most important reasons for changing is that I wanted a quilt with a comfort temperature instead of a limit temperature. A quilt that wasn't that warm as my light equipment quilt is, and the fact that if I am paying this much money for a backpacking gear product, I would like to have one that I absolutely love. And because Lighted Equipment wasn't willing to offer me the pink anymore, or anymore in general, I decided to switch brands, and I think you will see this one passing by a lot during the upcoming backpacking season. We're going to use it with a lot of joy. Like I said, I'm 100% sure about that, and I will keep you updated during the season what I think of it. How about the temperature rating, if it is accurate, are we getting cold, especially in shoulder season. We are hoping to start the season a little bit earlier this year, keep backpacking a little bit longer this year, because I now finally have a lot of possibilities to go out. So we will keep you updated, and by the end of the year I will do a review about this quilt again. If you like this video, please give us a like to help this channel grow. Subscribe to the channel and notify the alarm bell. And then as always, enjoy the outdoors. We will catch you on the next trail. Goodbye!